like the
4 out of
production,
what?
the production value.
Probably, I mean, like this is like a made. This is like a made-for-TV movie. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. I've seen way worse, but of course you can always go with better. I'd probably give like just a solid 5, just middle of the road 5. I mean, it was a low-budget film, but I gotta say, the Minotaur looked actually kind of cool. Like, he wasn't well animated, but like he with all the horns and stuff. I mean, he was like the oh yeah, I forgot about the Minotaur. Okay, he wasn't like the two-legged Minotaur, the big axe, like the humanoid kind of Minotaur. This was just like a bull with some extra horns and like fire coming out of his eyes.
Knew it. The guy's like, "That's not a Minotaur, that's a bull."
Yeah.
But I mean, the special effects weren't great, but at least the design looked cool for the Minotaur. I gotta say.
For this quality of movie, it was good. But for like an actual Hollywood movie,
Oh no.
the bull looked terrible.
Oh yeah. I wasn't expecting. Of course, this is a bad movie. This is the point. I wasn't expecting. When I first saw Minotaur, I was actually kind of surprised. I was expecting it to be way worse. Like like Asylum, you could have gotten way worse.
Side note: this isn't an Asylum movie.
Nope.
It's by Chelsea Films.
Chelsea Films. In Limelight Studios, was it? It had some little weird star coming out. So Randy, out of enjoyability, just sheer enjoyment of this movie, 1 to 10, what would you give it? Or even 0 to 10, what would you give it?
Oh boy, where to place the rating of a horrible film that
Like-
I wanted
like-
to end several times about it?
Enjoyability, like 5's like it's okay. You didn't really like it, but you didn't really hate it. 4 could be like a meh. It could have been better. 6 and beyond's like I like it. 0 is
And
just
it's like, oh my god.
Oh
and
yeah,
0
I'm
would just
so
be
gonna
like-
give it a 10. No. I'm gonna give this movie a 2 because
2?
it was an
All right.
utter turd.
Okay, that's fair enough. Of course, I understand anyone not liking this film, but just how about how well made it is? How well do you think it's made?
Okay,
well made?
I gotta give him some credit. True, there was some crappy parts, like the CGI in the Minotaur. Even though you like to say how awesome it is, I thought it was pretty crappy. Even for an 80s film, it would be kind
the
of
animation was bad.
crappy-ish.
But at least the design of the Minotaur was kind of cool. Like
Maybe, kinda.
wait, we didn't. The Minotaur is actually a 4-legged. It looks like a bull.
Yeah, you went over this.
Okay,
You went
we
over
did.
this
Okay,
just a couple seconds ago.
I don't remember. I probably drank the most out of all you guys.
Yeah, but yeah, and then the cave thing was the most hilarious. Like the trash bags to make the cave. That was pretty awesome. I admit that.
That was cool.
I would have to give it a 4 out of 5 because they
4 out of 5?
made an effort.
Yeah.
They made an effort. They just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were probably drunk as well.
I mean, it was a low budget film. I mean, you can't really blame them, but still, I mean, I've seen some low budget TV movies done way better.
Yeah.
Okay, so about you, Tristan.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. First, enjoyability.
Enjoyability. I reached this point where the booze kind of brought me to actually liking this movie to like an 8. So my peak was an 8.
Okay.
I was like watching this movie and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually enjoying this movie because it's like
when Sinbad's fighting Baraka and all that.
yeah,
like,
the fight scenes are actually entertaining.
It
I mean,
funny.
I know it's the booze talking.
Yeah.
But there's a point where I'm like, I'm enjoying this.
I'll admit that the fight scenes were pretty awesome.
Yeah, so at one point I reached an 8. So that's the peak. But overall, I'd probably give it about a 5 out of 10.
Oh, you're
all
very
right,
generous.
So just Miller.
I'm pretty generous.
Okay, what about like just how well made it is?
How well made it is about a 4.
Okay, 4.
There's when the movies first started, I'm like, oh, this is actually like.
And also keep in mind, people were comparing it to B movies, other B movies. They're not comparing it to like Avatar or Star Wars or something.
since I'm giving
compared
this-
to B movies, this is actually about a 5.
5.
Since
Compared
I'm giving the Simon Cowell rating, I'm going to have to say you're all imbeciles.
But compared to like Asylum, this is actually like a good movie.
Like, yeah, I mean, this is a middle of the road.
Like if I saw this on TV, I would sit down and watch this movie.
Yeah, it's just the middle of the road movie. Like I've seen worse, but definitely I've seen better. Low budget.
Yeah, on
movies.
both sides. It's just the middle of the road.
It just it's low budget shows.
I think I'd rather watch the Smurfs.
Oh God,
Hey, that has Neil Patrick Harris, so I'd
I
rather
heard
watch
that movie was
any day.
awful.
It has Neil Patrick Harris, so shut up.
It's Tristan's love child.
Okay, so closing moments. Anything you'd like to say about Sinbad and the Minotaur?
So when we're watching the sequel is when?
There is no sequel, but we do have another movie on the list if the die commands it.
I'm not watching another Sinbad
the
movie.
Sinbad movie.
The 7 Adventures of Sinbad.
No more Sinbad.
Oh,
I'm
man,
done with
one of these
Sinbad.
days.
The die will
Hopefully
decide,
the die
Tristan.
rolls on that. I can't wait.
So Tristan, closing comments about Sinbad and the Minotaur.
I got nothing.
He's dying of utter crappiness.
I
because
guess-
he gave it too good of a
I'm
score.
glad this movie's over.
You're gonna
honestly.
regret giving that score when you're sober.
I will, but I will stand by that score.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, at the peak, There was one point, like about a 2-minute point, when it was an 8, but the rest of it was probably about a 3.
You know, I really want to play Diablo 2 after watching this movie.
Oh wait, there was the epic. We forgot the epic chase scene between the chick that gets abandoned.
It's fine.
And 2 guards.
They don't need to know. They don't care. They're probably not even paying attention anymore.
This chick has like the no camouflage, but she tries to like hide behind a tree, like in
and she's wearing melee dancing gear, so she's dingling and making a ton of noise.
And it's okay. Well, that's Sinbad and the Minotaur. This is We Are Dinosaurs, the drunk reviews.
Please don't judge us on this. We are usually a lot funnier.
I'm not responsible for anything I said in this.
There will be worse movies down the road.
And better dialogue once we get used to
we get more for us to make fun of. Like says Mill Rose, we just randomly picking movies here, literally.
It's pretty much a practice one.
This is our very first one. So, hope you enjoy.
Blame Tristan for all of it. All right.
And and I have to apologize to my family for doing that.
Yeah.
Don't judge us too harshly.
No. All right. Everyone have a good night and have a pleasant tomorrow or something.